almost 2 months since the last time I went live. We're going to start out with the question, what's next? From the Real Life Tarot. So what is next? To what is next? And the Real Life Tarot, if you don't remember, is a joke deck, I guess, but it is an oracle that reads true. Huh, look, you can see me in the mirror. I should have put on a different shirt rather than this raggedy old shirt that I was wearing. So what is next? We're going to use 5 cards. Just get an idea of what is next. The mind virus. A piece of meat hanging in the dark. The vomiting Cupid. The caution tape. And nausea. Well, how do we tell this story? If you're watching this on the playback, please feel free to offer your opinion in the comments on what these images could possibly mean. Truth is a mind virus infecting you. Like a piece of meat hanging in the cooler. This is prime rib. It is good meat, tasty meat, juicy meat when it is cooked properly. But Cupid struck, but the love went wrong. The love went wrong. Your heart is covered in caution tape. Keep away from the goodness within, because all of this stuff that happened has made you sick. That's what's next. All right, let's try the crossword oracle to see what is next and see what it has to say. See what the numbers have to say. If you have a question to ask of me, just pop into the chat. Be respectful. Tools of Fortune will be coming on in the morning and afternoon hours as we go into the colder months, the winter months. So what is next? When should I stop shuffling? When should we stop shuffling? Today we are surrounded by the love of Mary, Mary of Guadalupe, Mary of Magdalene. Mary of Magdalene was a disciple, an apostle of Christ. Huh, that's interesting. We're looking at an energy, overall energy of 11. We're looking at what's happening next is about balancing your dark side to your light side, the yin and the yang, and the 9 about the completion of a cycle so that you can begin again. And the overall energy governing 29 is that of 11, which in tarot is that of justice. And it's written like 11 is written as a 11/2 because it reduces down to 2. And so justice, the scales of justice. Welcome, Dominique, welcome. The scales of justice. And if you imagine the justice card, and there is a woman sitting on a throne. She may not be on a throne. She has a sword of one hand, and she has the scales in the other hand, and justice, which cuts both ways, and justice, which is the balancing of consequences against action. Sarah's edits, welcome, welcome. So it's the balancing. So it's all about what is happening next. It's all about balancing the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, because we all have both of these things within us. We have our light self and we have our shadow self. We are called here in this moment to balance that, to bring balance into our life and not be dominated by one sphere or the other, to not be dominated by your own darkness. Looking into a mirror of darkness, and darkness shines back. And what is that darkness? We're looking at what is that darkness that we need to balance ourselves against. We have Pluto, the underworld. The underworld, the idea of that world that exists under spirit world. Pluto, the god of the underworld, the governor of the underworld. That underworld, in one sense, could be the unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind, those things that which you dream about, your dreams, which are shrouded, that are in the shadows and are very difficult to understand what they mean. Or the underworld, as in literally forces that are dragging you down into fear. Because the overworld and the underworld all exist within you. It exists within the individual, and it exists within the greater community of humanity. Within the superconsciousness, or the consciousness of America, the consciousness of humanity, there is both spirit world and the underworld. And so this 2, this 9, this 11, this 2 is a call to balance that, to acknowledge the fact that that underworld exists, that it exists within you. And sometimes it is very difficult to acknowledge that stuff. I myself have things in my underworld that I dare not name. They come out in the dark, which is why it's important to bring a candle, to light a candle. Light a candle. That candle it symbolizes the light of God, the light of the high priestess, of Mary Magdalene, an apostle of Jesus, a disciple of Jesus. Mary Magdalene, who saw Jesus as he rose from the dead. And this is all metaphor. The first witness to this was this high priestess, this feminine energy that witnessed the risen Christ, that risen spirit within us. Whether or not a Jesus, actual historical Jesus, existed, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter, does it? Because that story has entered into the realm of mythology. It has become immortalized by the centuries of people celebrating those things, celebrating the story of Jesus, celebrating the story of Jesus, the birth of this universal consciousness into Welcome BP, the birth of this universal consciousness within our realm. I can show it to you in 4 images here. The birth of that in our realm from female. Female births this universal consciousness in. This universal consciousness then grows up into a mature human being, now acknowledging that written on the heart is the Word made flesh, as is expressed in the Gospel of John. The Word made flesh. This Word talked about in, I believe, Isaiah, that there will become a time when the Word will be written on the heart of man. And I think that happened at the beginning of time myself, but we're just talking about this mythological story and how this particular mythological story unfolds. And it is cyclical. It goes around and around and around. And if you look at these, I have these 4 images. We are balancing like on a teeter-totter. Things are balanced out. This number 2, injustice asserts itself. The 4 aspects of this story. And so we go to here, but then we go to here. It's the death of the body, the death of the ego, the death of the shadow world, that underworld within, that death of that aspect goes down into the underworld. It goes down into the realm of Pluto. But then after that, there is a rising. And the first witness of this rising was Mary Magdalene. Welcome, Maria. What I'm doing right now is I'm reading this card, 2-9. And as the Spirit is moving me, that's what I'm reading. Maybe I'm reading myself, but I'm reading nevertheless. I'm telling the story. And the death occurs, the transformation, and then this human being is transformed into another human being that is fused with this universal consciousness, coming out, coming up from the underworld or coming out of spirit world. It doesn't matter. It could be just the same thing. This is a portal in space, and universal consciousness comes through, it comes forth, helping others to shed those things that no longer serve them so that they too can come into a place of universal consciousness. This is the hope of this story, as I understand it. And so, what are we balancing against? We are balancing that of the underworld, Pluto, against our own loyalties, like being like a dog. Dogs are loyal, loving creatures most of the time. Balancing these types of realities against one another. Anyways, if you have a question, I can try and see if there's an answer. Mary, Mother of Guadalupe, is here to guide our way through the darkness. So BP, if you're still here, I can do a reading on I have a new tarot deck. Would you like to see the new tarot deck, or do you want me to just flat out go do a reading from this new tarot deck? Or I can use the tarot deck that I've been using all along, the Princess Tarot deck, or we can do some bibliomancy. I can do some bibliomancy, and I can spin the top and get a page number and read out of the St. Joseph's and read out of that. No questions? All right. I'm going to go show you this new deck. This is my new tarot deck. Actually, I bought it last spring, and I was going to do a review on it. I just haven't got there yet. Now, this tarot deck is a little bit different in that it has the Strength and the Justice cards reversed. And so we can go through. I like the art. It's very crayon-y. It's kind of like, it's simpler. It's sort of more of a, it has a texture of it. The art is textured more like it was done with like a crayon, or with like pastels, or it's flatter. The art is flatter, but it's still nevertheless the same images, the same messages that come forth. And so this is the starter tarot deck. It's not new to the world. This is published by US Games, and it has been out for a while. And they kind of take, it's not, they use multiple motifs, I guess you want to say. So like the Tarot de Marseille, it has sort of different. We'll just go take a look at it. We'll just go take a look and see what you think. And so, Ten of Cups, Two of Swords. So this is your choice, and Two of Swords, Eight of Wands. Some direction there. This looks like old planks. Page of Coins. It definitely brings that feminine spirit of where they think the pages are. Here's the World card. This is very similar to the Tarot de Marseille. King of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the guy who's like just piling lumber on the back of the truck. So it's just got some. I don't know. It's what it is. This Wheel of Fortune is definitely Tarot de Marseille because it has the crank on it. That you are creating your own fortune. You are spinning the wheel around yourself. The Three of Cups, holding your cups high, working in partnership with one another. We have the Four of Coins. It seems like this is just more about holding on to what's yours. Doesn't seem like a miser. I don't get the image that this guy is like a super greedy guy. Four of Wands. To me, these wands so far they have like a real like a western feel, like maybe you're out heading west to go find gold. Two of Coins. I like this one. I really like this one. The intersecting circles, like a coloring book. Yeah, that's what they're kind of like. I like this one with the we have the juggling of these coins, and they're just kind of whirling around and around and around, but they're just coins that are just full of life, full of energy. We have the Five of Coins. So with the in your Rider Waite tarot, you got these two guys and they're wandering in front of the church, and they're sort of destitute. Yeah. The Sun card. This is definitely the Tarot de Marseille. I think most all the major the major Arcana cards take after the Tarot de Marseille schema, like this one too with the Hierophant. Pope. It looks almost like that. You have the Seven of Swords. It's interesting. The guy hiding behind the tree. Maybe what we do today is we just do this. This is my first live stream back from. Oh, it's pixelated. Damn. My first live stream back from my break. We'll try again tomorrow afternoon. Seven of Wands. The Two of Cups. It's like a lion popping out of there. A lion with wings on. Or is that like a little midget? Interesting. Ace of Cups. Six of Coins. Here's the Moon card. Again, it's got that Tarot de Marseille, the French tarot of the 1700s. The Six of Swords. Now this looks like wise men. It looks like six wise men from the Bible days. That's interesting. That's how I feel. Got the Chariot. Page of Cups. Magician, again. It's like I say, all of the major arcana are of that French tarot from the 1700s. The Five of Swords. Interesting. Page of Swords. I do like the coloring of it. But a lot of people don't because of its simplicity. I think that if this was your first tarot deck, that I don't think that this is a great first tarot deck. I think that these starter tarots or these keyword tarots, that all of those are not good first tarot decks. And there again, we have, I wonder how many of these are there. There's supposed to be 22, but this looks like way more than 22. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. It's got 47 stones popping out of there. So I don't really know what. Maybe they just got stone happy when they're kicking these things out. 47. I don't know what the significance of that is. So a lot of what my break occurred was that I had a tower moment in my life. It actually started on Labor Day weekend, where everything just seemed to slam to a halt. And then I was getting the channel started back again. Then there was a death in the family, and then had family come over, and I had a lot of work to do. And so I kind of, then there was my art fair, which went on last week. So I just suspended the channel until after the art fair, and that's what we're doing. So we have the Ace of Wands. This looks like this a caveman with a club, kind of like Bam Bam or something like that. Ace of Coins, 10 of Coins, the Hermit, similar to, I don't think it really looks, let's see how it looks in comparison to a Tarot de Marseille. Kind of coloring book art or comic book art, something like that. So let's just see, where is this? I've read with it once or twice. Let's take a look at the Hermit here. Pull the Hermit out. And this is your Tarot de Marseille. You know what I do like about this deck is that it is a good camera deck, because it's not, the cards aren't all that glossy. Why has my internet collapsed? That's something I just don't understand. When I started this thing out, I had good in upload speed and everything else. Fairly good download. So I guess it's probably fitting that my first live stream comeback is pixilated. I dare not unplug the Ethernet because I'm sure that then the pixelation will get worse. You know, I pay like almost $200 a month for my internet service, and this is what I get is pixelated live streams. Probably the Hermit's the other way around. So here's that tower. That's interesting. This tower is pretty much the same as that other tower. So why the 47 little dots? I Why that? I don't get that, actually. See if we can find the hermit in here. So it's the other way around for the hermit. We better just count the blue and the... It must be... It's just the coloring of the other ones. So when a train passed, then the it started getting pixelated. So it's not really... I like the Tarot de Marseille Death card over the brighter weight one. I think that's probably my... Yeah, it's probably going to look the same. You know, it's one of those things. Oh, there it is. There's the hermit right there. It's okay. Hopefully tomorrow when I come back and do another live stream. Yeah, it's almost the same. Just look at it there. And the hermit there. Of course, this is to be printed on it like a woodcut printing where they go through and just apply the different colors to the stamp, and they stamp them out. Start with like a red color, you know. Yeah. It's hard to have a real good live stream when things are pixelated. It's very frustrating. Yeah, $200 a month that I pay for internet, and this is what I get. But you know, when you live out in a rural area, they kind of hold lovers, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, the Star. It's very similar. The High Priestess, Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups, Eight of Coins, Three of Swords. Am I gonna have to go back to doing almost live videos? Do I need to do that? Or we're gonna treat this more like a... Well, it's actually cable TV and the telephone combined. But it's yeah, like $180, $90 a month. And then they throttled my service too in the past year. Six of Wands. Kind of hold it up there. I'm gonna do a regular video on this deck of cards. You can't see it. It just sucks that you can't see it. Anyways, it just kind of goes on from there, and they are all well colored like this, and so I can do a question for somebody if you want, or I can cut this live stream short now, because then if I do a question for you, I'll just narrate. I'll narrate it, and you can let's take a look. I can narrate it for you, and so the message will still just be the same. You just won't be able to see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So you got 11 blue dots, and how many red ones? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. 13 plus 11 is what? 24? 1, 2, 5, 13. No, actually, the numbers of these dots don't really make a whole lot of sense from, but I bet they make a sense in a different way. So I'm just going to put this back. All right, so let's just, we got what's next. We're going to ask that question, what's next? Since no one has a question. So Maria, how do you like the fact that I got a reflective object right here? This is my tablet, so you can actually see me in the video. So you get to see two images at the same time. You can see the down at the tabletop, but you can also see me. And so I'm going to mix these cards up really well, and we're going to do the question, what's next? I really apologize that the internet's pixelated and all that. So what I think I'm going to do, I talk about this a lot. I will do a almost live video. If somebody has a question and you'd like me to respond in a almost live video, I will do that. So I think I might turn the, I don't know if I want to turn the comments on the community page post. I think I might make a community post asking for your questions. And if you have a question, I will do. Yeah, actually, the device is off, but it acts like a mirror. I should clean it off. It's got a bunch of dust on it. Yeah, let me just clean the dust off of it. I'm actually very disappointed in my internet service today. Let's move it over that way so we can see better, kind of like that. So do you like it that way, Maria? So essentially, Maria, what I'm going to be doing with this channel and the other channel is trying to do my shows earlier in the day, and also so in the evening time I just sort of hanging out with you know, with the family, with the peeps, dogs getting older, mom's getting older, stuff like that. It's not to say I won't do shows, but I don't know if I'm going to do shows all night long. So do you like that? Okay, good. All right. I'm just going to ask that question, what's next? In the meantime, we're just going to do, I'm going to come over here to this other device. I'm going to switch accounts. And we're going to go do a community post. I think I'll just upload that. Yeah. Let's do a post. Maybe I can get a picture, grab a picture somewhere, a nice picture. I'll grab a nice picture. Like this one here. Okay, let's come over here. I post your question in the comments, and I will do a almost live, an almost live video response. So this is, I'm just putting this call out there that if you have any questions, and you have any questions, and just provide, just don't make any, and you can actually, and then if you want to request a deck, I can put the decks in that I have. I'll do that when I'm done with this live. You can request a deck. If you have a deck request, I have a new Oracle deck coming tomorrow, a money and finance Oracle deck. So maybe you want to request, use the What's the Vibe, or the relationship, the What's Blocking You, or the Apprentice Tarot, the Starter Tarot, and things like that. So we're going to post this, but I'm going to edit this in a bit. So go to the community tab, and then you can put your question in, and I will respond to your question as quickly as possible. We'll do an almost live video, and then I'll post the video in the video section, of course. And then let me just switch the channel back. Okay. So yeah. So let's just do this question, and then we'll kind of wrap things up for the day. So that's the plea that I put out there. Hey, it's clearer now. Look, the stream is clearer. Good. Oh, looks like when my mod showed up. Okay, what's next? Let's see what the Starter Tarot has to say about the question, what's next? This deck shuffled. Other than the fact that the cards came out of the box bowed, that's that was I don't really like that. That also happened with that biblical tarot, which I'm never gonna read with it. It doesn't have a feeling like it's gonna be a reader deck. It's more of a devotional deck that I'm using because I in my prep work today, I got a page number, and we used I used my St. Joseph's Missal, because if you're new here, I do use this like it was an oracle. And I had 2 pages, actually, 714, 728. 728, which was about repentance, and 714, which was about freedom. And when I did my Mary Magdalene card draw for the week, it was all about freedom, and freedom being a state of being that exists within you. It's all about you can be free inside, which is actually a biblical message too, because even though your body may be in bondage to the system that you live in, you can still experience freedom within you, because that's something that can never be taken away from you. And that's what the message of in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene was today. The key word gospel is that freedom is freedom is a gift to you. You are called here to be free. Freedom, you are free, and there's no one who can rob you of that freedom. Now, you can rob yourself of that freedom by being afraid. By chaining yourself to your own underworld. By bowing down to the oppression of the world. Freedom, though it feels as though we don't have freedom oftentimes, but the message here is that you are free. You are free even though you don't really feel like you're free. That's the message. All right, what's next? I really hope that somebody does post their question, and I'll do that almost live video. I don't like the fact that these cards are so bendy. It bothers me that they're bendy like that. Maybe I have to go get the iron out or something like that and iron the cards flat. I don't know. Ew. Look at that. That's probably my rating of this deck, just because if that was how it came out of the box, would be like a 4, but it passed the sniff test. Okay. I have another deck that I bought a year ago that didn't pass the sniff test. I returned it, and they sent me another one. The smell was just nauseating. I still have it in the package. I just wanted my money back, but they didn't do that. They sent me another deck, and I think the smell's almost gone from it now. All right, let's see what's next. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for what's next. And when the other one, I started with this one here. We have a Queen of Coins, a sense of false prosperity, paranoia, 7 of Swords reversed. I wonder if all the cards are reversed. We got quarrels and arguments, fighting, 5 of Cups upright, regret, friends without meaning. It's just empty, an empty facade of friendships. It's a sense of just being alone in yourself, a feeling of being alone in yourself. That your cup of love, that love has spilled out on the ground. Ace of Swords. But yet at the same time, there is triumph here. There is a spirit of hope. There is deep emotional connection. So you're kind of sitting in what's next, is sitting in this place of oppositions. Right now, it is a balance between uncertainty, paranoia, suspicion, loss, regret, a feeling of emptiness. Emptiness within, without, and then this other one, the Six of Wands, also another spirit of that you are triumphant in this moment. So this, what is next in this moment? It's a balancing again. But let's take a look here. We have the fulcrum point of this Ace of Swords, and we have, and I'm going to run it in that way because let's just arrange the scales between up and down energy. We have 2 up energy and we have 2 down energy, and then actually overall it tips towards the up energy. And so let's just look at this. Let's just see what it says in the what's next department. We have the up energy. Up, it is 11, 12. Which equals to 3. Creative expression. The down energy is 13, 7, 20, 2. It's 2. And the overall is a 5. But so in this sense of the down energy, what you're looking at is that you are out of balance. What's next is this battle of being out of balance. And if we think of the balance between the yin and the yang and the in the darkness, it's tipping towards, you're tipping towards your dark side. But because there's more, in a sense, there's more up energy than down energy, it's not tipping too far. So the types of down energy that you're tipping into is a sense of it's sort of the down energy is paranoia, suspicion, 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 paranoia, suspicion, and false prosperity. So not true prosperity, but it's false prosperity. And that is balanced against the up energy. And we have fighting. And so the other thing, paranoia, suspicion, and then there is a sense of fighting. Fighting with self. Fighting. Fighting and uncertainty. Uncertainty. And it does certainly seem that our world is a place of uncertainty. And this was the down energy. And the up energy is that of strength. Strength. Success. More triumph. Gain. Triumph. Realization. Realized manifestation. Okay, that is realized manifestation. And then it is also it's paired in here. It is emptiness. So there's a balance here. In a sense, there's this, what's next is a fight within yourself. And needing to be mindful of your own fears, of your own darkness. Mindful of the facades and the masks that are put up. Because the reality is that though you feel empty inside and you feel like you have no friends, the actuality here is that you are strong. You are successful at what you have done. You have reason to celebrate. And those things that you are dreaming about are manifesting into reality. And that's what's next. But there's this balancing act that's going on. But so it's looking at one of the things is your creative expression. How you express yourself is coming into reality. But it is tempered against your dark side. Okay? I hope, does that make sense? But that's just kind of what I got in this moment here. I'm probably just reading myself here, since no one has really asked a question, but that's okay. That's from the starter deck. That's what I got there. Let's go take a look. What's next? I'm going to put this back. So you will see a review of this deck sometime before the end of the month, sometime before the end of the month, the starter tarot deck. But what you'll see first is my quick review of the Holy Playing Cards, which is ones that I will be using more of. I think we'll take a look at what's next within the realm of the Holy Playing Cards. So like before, I did 5 cards. We'll do 5 cards here too. And like I said earlier, please go to the community tab, and if you have questions, I can answer your questions in a video response, an almost live video with minimal edits. I might speed it up or just leave it the same. I can answer your question in 10 minutes or less. Some stops and starts with the camera. And just put your question in the comment section under the post on top. And I will answer your question. Just put your name in and your question, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Please, no political questions, no health questions, no legal questions. I'm just answering more of your questions about your general health and well-being and your mental health. Where you're at right now. So what's next? I'm just asking the Holy Playing Cards. Give it another shuffle. We'll mix the cards up a little bit better. It's getting dark. Wintertime is coming fast. So what's next? We ask Mary Mother to illuminate for us of what is next. We're kind of looking into the consciousness, starting from just this one place. And it looks like it's mostly a down energy. And we have the angel Raphael is blocked in this Ace of Hearts, which in the Rider-Waite, the Ace of Hearts is the Ace of Cups. And we have a 4 energy, the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is like that little guy that is sitting under a tree, and someone is offering a cup out of this portal in the sky. This cup appears, and this angel is asking you to drink, and come with me and leave your woes behind. And what we have is Saints Francis and Juanita. I wonder if this is of that Fatima, the Fatima encounter, the Mary encountering came in the sky, and then I think that might be that. And then we have a 9 of clubs in reverse, a down energy, and a 9 of clubs is like a 9 of wands. Nine of Wands. And so in that Nine of Wands, it's not the Ten of Wands where the guy so he's standing around in a defensive place, as being in a defensive place, but it's not coming from a place of strength. Then we have another down wand energy, a Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands. And this is a Catherine of Siena. So we're looking at these blocked energies. Three of Wands. And that's the guy standing there with a globe. I think that's a Two of Wands. And then the other one, it's this all upside down energy. So almost all. One up card and four down cards for what's next. Saint Christopher, the Explorer. So it's a lot of blocked energy. So what's next is a bunch of blocked energy. Kind of surrounded by canvases and so forth that I need to paint. Move those over there. I might do a painting video later. All right. So how are we going to answer this question of what's next using the Holy Playing cards? Is it balancing? I don't know why I got that in my mind about balancing. But let's just go and write down what the up and the down energy is. Then we'll look for kind of a complete picture here. We have two. Oh, it's all down energy. One up, four hearts. So it's kind of a foundational. What we have going on is a foundational issue. It's foundational and it has with matters of the heart. So we got a four up, and down is 10, 11, 12, 13, 20. There it is, that number 2 again. It just shows that what's next is being out of balance. Being out of balance. That's what's going on. And it's an out of balanceness that is evolved of the heart energy, and club energy, wand energy, and body energy. So there's no sword energy that is represented here. So out of balance is what's out of balance is heart, fire, and body. So the passions, and 9 plus 3 is 12. And so your passions, in that sense, the passions of your heart, your creative expression is blocked. And then that body, earth, energy 7, being withdrawn from the world, a withdrawal from the world. And so with this Saint Christopher, that represents that that spirit of exploration. Well, Saint Christopher is staying put. He's not out there in a boat exploring and opening up new horizons. So that sense of is being stuck in place. With this card, I see it as being that bodily, you're stuck in place, you're withdrawn from the world. Saint Christopher is not moving. Over here. Now, Saint Catherine of Siena, we're reading the question, Levi's, what's next? And these are playing cards. This is what the cards I'm reading are, holy playing cards. And I'm exercising my memory. Like, I don't necessarily have all the cards memorized, but did you have a question, Levi's? Did you have a question that you would like me to go see if I can tackle? I haven't really read for 2 months, so anyways. The basic heart of what I see here in this spread. Then where our major arcana energy is that 9 plus 3 is 12. The 12 card. So we have a 12 card. The Hanged Man. So we're looking at, if this is a major arcana card, it is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is 12. But it's about not getting that perspective shift. Enlightenment is blocked and denied. It's this. Can I read your fortune? I can read a fortune for you, yes. What deck would you like me to use? Let me get a note card here. I have a fresh pack of note cards, right? Here. All right. A question from Levi's. I will use my Apprentice Tarot. So for Levi's, today's the 16th, 11/16/25. We have Levi's. So, and he's asking for his fortune. Fortune. So you want to know about things of the body. What does tomorrow hold for you? So I'm going to reframe that question. What does tomorrow hold for what can we know about tomorrow? All right. So what's the vibe of tomorrow, huh? All right, I'm going to put this deck away So I'm unlimited space. Okay, all right. What does tomorrow hold for emotionally, matters of the heart, and what is heart and money? Okay. I'm going to start by clearing the air. Levi's has a question. Mother Mary, Levi's has a question. He wants to know if there is love on the horizon and what his financial future holds. We'll start first with love. We'll break this into two questions. Mother Mary, let's break it into two questions. Question 1 about love. Question 2 about finances. Okay. Okay, I'll be with you next, Nicole. Do we have any all right. Will your marriage last forever? All right. Do a good shuffle. I'm going to shuffle this 3 times. Levi's. So please don't go away, Levi's. Get the cards to be mixed up really well. I'm going to spin this around like that. So back and forth. All right, Levi's, I want you to tell me when to stop shuffling. And we're asking first about matters of the heart. We'll go 3 cards for matters of the heart. So you tell me when to stop shuffling, Levi's. Okay, right there. So what I can see here, for matters of the heart, it looks like there is some triumph here. But what it's telling you is you need to be prepared mentally for cold, hard truths. You have to be prepared for cold truths, for hard truths, of any kind of falseness or unethicalness. So in your search for love, do not be overly optimistic. That's the first thing that it mentions. And the next thing is that, but you need to be open for new directions. So where you usually are looking, maybe you should look someplace else. Take this wand of inspiration, this firebrand, to go exploring new territory. So that in that exploring of new territory, of going into different directions, actually, I think I'm going to arrange the cards this way. That it's possible that they can both be true at the same time. And so you have your past ways of doing things here. In your past ways of doing things, it's coming up against a harsh reality. And it's asking you to try something different. Rather than looking into how love has manifested in the past or not manifested. And so whatever you're doing, maybe what you're doing now is you're looking for love on online sources, through dating apps and so forth. Maybe you shouldn't do that anymore. To explore a different way of doing that. To actually, in order to come into a place where there is this sort of a joyous thing, a family, a new family that is loved and support coming in together. Because this looks like what is in your future. But Spirit is saying that you need to try something different. Don't do what you've always done. So, as an example of something different, it would be to learn social dance or join a bowling league. Do something that is about being in community with others, where your potential love interest could lie in a doing something different. It doesn't have a timeline on this. We have 21 and 14, 5. So 5 in a sense of change, challenge, but where this card represents an unwillingness to change. And these two, 10, 21, represent creativity and expressing yourself in a more creative manner, being free to express yourself in who you believe yourself to be, untethered by how others perceive you. Now, does that make any sense? So, in a sense that for love, matters of the heart, do something different. Do something different. Don't go looking for love on a dating app. I know that in our world that it's hard to do anything different because of we're spending so much of our lives working and working and trying to make ends meet. But sometimes in that, and it's hard to get out. I don't know what it is that you like to do, but there's maybe things you like to do. Do you like to play sports? Well, get involved in community sports. Most, medium to larger sized towns have bowling leagues. Bowling's fun, but I don't know what age group you're in. If you are, but that's an all ages thing. But dancing, social dancing, learning how to waltz, learning how to do square dance, learning contra dance, learning swing dance. Social dance is a great way to meet other people. It's a new direction. A lot of people just don't think about it. It's fun. It's physical. Granted, when you go to a dance, 70%, 50, 60, 70% of the people are married or are in a state that is like marriage. But nevertheless, that's what I have for you. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, okay, so let's go to your second question is about money. Okay, Levi, we're asking Mother Mary. Levi is asking about his financial health. Will there be any improvements in his financial health? And so we're going to do a 3-card yes, no, and we're going to look at the different parts here. Are you looking for a job, Levi's? Do you have a job? Are you looking for a job? Are you looking for a new job? Are you looking to do something different? So an improvement, will there be an improvement of Levi's financial situation? Forex trader? Oh, so you're into sales. So you um are you trading like in stocks and so forth? What is Forex? Is that like cryptocurrency? Or is it like, because I was getting that you were a salesperson. That was kind of what I was getting. And of course you know as a salesperson, you might, that looking into those new directions. Okay, I get that. Will Levi's financial future? Okay, I understand the question. The spirit understands the question too. All right. Will there be an improvement in Levi's financial situation? And tell me when to stop shuffling. And Levi's, tell me when to stop shuffling. Okay. So, overall, what this is, in this sense, we are looking at a soft. We're looking at a soft yes. So there will be an improvement, but there's a big but here. It says we're talking about financial independence and gaining financial independence. But they're asking that you need to, seek more guidance. Seek more guidance before making decisions. Don't make too many brash decisions. 9 and 9. So 9 and 9, that's like 9 is the end of a cycle. And 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So and what kicks over at the end of 9 is it kicks into a new cycle. From 9 comes 1 in a numerology kind of a sense. And 10 is that of completion, but it also is the next adventure, the newest beginning. And so for your financial wealth, your situation can become better. It's not a hard and fast yes. It's a soft yes. It's kind of in the realm of maybe. Maybe you will gain financial independence. It'll go slow. It will happen in a very slow sense. It won't be instant. Because there's lots of rooms. There's a lot of room in here for heartbreak. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Before you make big moves, you need to ask for guidance. Take time in the quiet. Take your time in the quiet to really to seek that wisdom. But so with this Hermit card, it's we're balancing this sense of this 9 of Pentacles of the body, of enjoying the fruits of your labor, of having that financial independence. That's this, but it's balanced against this other thing, this stronger energy of the Hermit. Balancing that against, you just need to be really, really, really sure before you push those buttons, and no brash decisions here. You need to go slow. Because there's this. This here, this heartbreak will slow you down. Okay, so that's what I got for you. So in this sense, the 3 is, in the other sense, it was about, in your matters of your love, it was about finding ways to express yourself. And in this sense, that expressing yourself as far as within work is muted, if not outright blocked. All right, that's what I got for you, Levi's. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. And so overall, we're looking at 9, 18. It's 3. It's about, yeah. So most of what's governed here is this energy of 3, of expressing yourself. And that was, even with the love reading, it was the same too, of expressing yourself. 3. Okay. Thank you very much for allowing me to read for you. Nicole, are you still here? Are you still here, Nicole? If you're not here, Nicole, I can do this reading for you as a video response later, or we can just do it right now. You can refer back to it. And I'm going to clear the air. I don't know if she's still here. And Nicole has a question. Mother Mary, Nicole wants to know if her marriage will last forever. If her marriage with her husband is stable and that they will stay together for the rest of their life in this lifetime. So we're looking at Nicole. How do we spell Nicole? Nicole. And we are looking at 11, 16. And her question is, will As far as your soulmate question is, probably the answer to that question, Nicole, is yes, because I don't know how long you've traveled with this man. Because you become soulmates. My understanding may be a non-traditional one. You want it to see if you are beyond time and space, if you are bound together. The person you're with is your soulmate. You're mated to this person. But we're going to ask the question, will my marriage last forever? Does my husband love me? He probably does, but maybe he doesn't. He has trouble expressing it. All right. These are two heavy questions. What if is this a question that you really want the answer to? I mean, if it was me, I don't think I'd want to know the answer to that. What if it comes up as no? I mean, is that a truth that you're prepared to accept, Nicole? I will ask this question. I'm not so sure you want to know the answer to this question. I think you want to know the answer. You will think, but you're having trouble. But then what marriage is not without trouble? even marriages where two people seem to be locked together just in tradition, there's still love there on some level. But I will ask this question here. And I don't even know if Nicole's even still here. So, all right. I'm going to assume you're here, Nicole, but I think that you've kind of gone away and maybe you come back. I don't get a sense that you're here. Please let me know if you are here, Nicole. I'm going to do a three card spread about this. Will my marriage last forever? Will Nicole's marriage last forever? I don't see that she's here, so we'll have to see if the cards will speak that truth. Okay. Will Mother Mary, Nicole is asking a question. She wants to know if her marriage will last forever. Will her marriage last forever? Will Nicole's marriage last forever? Will Nicole's marriage last forever? Will Nicole's marriage last forever? All right. 1, 2, 3. It looks like no. I got a hard no on this. Sorry, Nicole. This is only based upon the energy of today. This is not. This is about today. You asked this question, and Spirit has answered based upon what is going on today. I do not see that your marriage will last forever. Two pages, 22. It is, your love is out of balance. So you're in a state of So in your current state, you are in a place of disharmony. And you're in a state where love is blocked. Blocked love. And the spirits that are blocking your love is indecision. And there's a sense of okay, so here you are and you're blindfolded and you got choices. And you're not making any choices at all. In a sense of confusion. Is it your husband? Is it you? You're both bound together into this. You're in this union. And there's confusion. There's fighting. And there's this inability to make a decision. And there's too many outside influences. Dumb ideas, silly ideas that are impacting your marriage, giving it cracks, the cracks in the foundation. These are some foundational energies that are leading to this disharmony, leading to the sense that love is blocked. Love is in a stalemate. And what is the outcome here? And then we have this down here. So you're spending time with these sharp-tongued responses and near fights. There's a lot of sword energy here. Too many outside voices filling your minds with silly ideas. You fight. You're being callous and insensitive towards one another. Attacking one's ego. Fights that involve attacking one another. Maybe over past loves. Maybe you entered into this union in a state too fast, too quickly. You jumped into marriage too quickly, or maybe you lived together for many, many years. Then you got married, and then everything changed, which happens a lot. I don't know how long you've been married, because you're not really here. I don't get a sense that you're even still here. Will your marriage last forever? No. But then there's another element of why. Why? Because no marriages last forever. My folks' marriage was cut short by a car accident, a fatality. My father died in a car accident on June 24th, 2012. Just after their 50th wedding anniversary. That marriage didn't last forever. And there were a lot of these energies in it too. Not so much of this one, but there's insensitivities. Is there a sense that maybe someone is demanding proof of love? I'm going to ask the other question. Does your husband love you? So what I get on out of here, 6 plus 4, 10. Your new beginning is blocked. Let's go ask the question. All right. Does Nicole's husband love her? Love her. I don't think Nicole is here, but she might be there lurking in. Let's mix the card up. I do feel spirit here, though. 441. It's almost dark. This will be my last reading for today. And the rain hasn't come. Let's just turn the cards around one more time. Wait. There's cards that are upside down in here. New perspectives. Hanged Man. Okay. All right. You're not here to tell me when to stop shuffling, Mother Mary. Does Nicole's husband love her? Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Nicole. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Nicole, now and all throughout her journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Nicole. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Nicole, now and all throughout her journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Nicole. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Nicole, now and all throughout her journey. The deck feels cold. We're going to go start from here. The answer to that question, Nicole, is maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Does your husband love you? Maybe. But this is me going through you. I think that in your mind, your husband doesn't love you. In this question, there's some arrogance, a sense that success has been denied. But there's some strong leadership here, some order, the Emperor card. But there's a lot of rigidity here. So what I see in this love is that a sense that there's blocked energy, but other than that, there's a sense there is this solid foundation. There's a solid foundation in this masculine energy. A responsible person, one who maintains order, one who is responsible with what is given. There's the rules and the traditions, and hanging on to those traditions too rigidly. So, it seems, Nicole, that you guys really need to think about going to marriage counseling if you want this marriage to work. If you want this, you're going to have to work it. You're going to have to go through the structures of society, those levers of power that exist. Through those systems. I don't know, maybe that goes to if you can't afford couples counseling, or maybe somebody doesn't want to do that because of whatever um, stale traditions they cling to. It sees that as a weakness. Is there some narcissism here? Maybe. Maybe there is a bit of a narcissistic spirit in this relationship. Let's see what the numerical energy of it is. Your up energy is 4. So this is a foundational issue. The down energy is 11, 11, 2. So it's out of balance. There's justice has been denied. There's a lack of justice. There's a lack of balance. And 4 plus 2 is 6. And we're also, like before, we're looking at love. We have love that is blocked. Love in disharmony. Love in disharmony, love blocked. Two plus 4 is 6. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't have better news for you, Nicole. So we're going to go. I want to go in and I'm going to go to my crosswords oracle and see if I can identify any particular things that you need to work on. Because I'm assuming you want to save your marriage. So to save your marriage, I'm really, really suggesting that you go to couples counseling. If those resources are available in your town, in your community, take advantage of whatever resources, especially if you are strapped for finances. I don't know where you live, but counseling may be available. Maybe there is a sliding fee counseling place, because I used to work for a Lutheran services. They provided couples counseling and therapy and on an income contingent basis. So if there's a Lutheran community services in your neighborhood, go call them up. You know, if at the very least, maybe you, one party is willing to go into therapy over this, you can find out, figure out what's really going on. Because if one person starts to get well, sometimes the other person wants to start to get well too. That often happens in relationships. So I would suggest that if the just to go. But let's see if we can identify what. Welcome, Sherry. If we can identify if there's any like words or issues that would help you to heal your relationship, and that's what we're looking for here. And I'm going to see. I'm gonna let Mother Mary to stop shuffling because I know that you're not here anymore. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Nicole now and all throughout her journey. And what we got here, 21, 2 plus 1. So what you're looking at in energy-wise, we are looking at 2, which is balance, which is the balancing of the yin and the yang, the male and the female. Coupled with the number 1. When I finish this one, Sherry, I will give you a reading, and then I got to get ready for dinner. And so where we are at is the 1, a new beginning. So what Spirit is saying, Nicole, is that you have to work towards finding balance in order to first, before you can begin again. And within that union between rebalancing your marriage, then it will kick you into a brand new cycle, into a new beginning, where you are fully able to express yourself as a marriage unit. That's kind of what I see it. I see it in my head here. I see this sort of a fire experience, a portal, so to speak, that you two can pass through. Things that you need to work on is this spirit of gossip, Nicole, listening to rumors. You're hearing things around you. You must not listen to this gossip, because gossip can kill a relationship, can kill love for one in a moment. And instead, you need to embody this sense of nobility, a noble cause. What do you think of nobility, a noble cause? Embody this sense of sturdiness, we have this number again, 3. So here, 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Expression of 3. Being able to express yourself, to express your words, to talk in a calm, collect manner, not with jabs and incendiary jabs, not with arrogance, not with ice cold insults or icy hearts. A sturdy foundation, to rebuild your marriage on a sturdy foundation versus one that is on shifting sands. Not built out of straw where a big wind can blow your house over. But you need to work on becoming well within yourself. And in this sense, an outsider's voice will be needed to rebalance yourself. And sometimes when you are fighting with your husband, a white flag, a surrender needs to be thrown up. It's to surrender to surrender to your higher self, to the angels, to spirit, to intuition. That noble spirit within you, to surrender to that. To not say things that you may regret at a later time. Okay, that's all I got for you. I need to change the light out. Okay, Sherry, you're next. So this must be the old light then. Those actually lights are really big workhorses. They have, I think that one was there is 2 years old. These other ones are getting close to 2 years. No, Sherry, I want to answer your question. I have, and I'll answer your question, Sherry. You need to get a drink of water. All right, last question. My mom's ready for dinner. I'm not. I really want to go here. Question 3. Did you ask the question? Sherry, let's do a question now. Do you want to do this question now or later? Okay. All right, there we go. We're going to see what can I do to improve my life, my situation, my life situation. Okay. Well, that to me tells me, Sherry, that we are needing to. I need to get you. We're gonna go dive into the missile, but let's first start by clearing the air. Clear the spirits out of the air. And have a drink of water here. Money and family, okay. We'll keep that in mind. Money and family. Money and family, okay. Let us clear the air. Mother Mary, Sherry has a question. Sherry wants to know what she can do to improve her situation between her family and with money. Her material situation. Matters of the body. Okay. Let's just see what the missile has to say here. $12. 1, 2. Oh, oh. One, two, one. Eight. 1, 2, 1, 8. Body of Christ. I'm going to be right back. I have to go turn the TV on for someone, and I will be right back. Sherry? All right, Sherry. I came back. There was a change in the TV situation, and it's really frustrating for Mother. Now, instead of like you turn the TV on and then you start changing the channels, well, there was a Roku device because the software, the company that was updating the software on the TV stopped updating the software, and so he had to go change the software on the TV out. Now it's really so instead of having like one or two remotes, now there's three remotes to operate the thing. So are you still there, Sherry? I'm gonna have to clear the air again for myself. Do you bring my focus back to here? The spirit. It's for Sherry. Mother Mary. Sherry wants to know what she can do to improve her situation. Oh, I'm okay, Sherry. It's my it's it's a matter of the difficulties with elderly people and technology and operating technology. And so this is an issue that has been going on since the end of September, and I'm hoping that with enough repetition that a person can learn, that an old dog can learn new tricks. And anyways, I am just focusing my mind back on you, Sherry, in your situation. There were two a phrase that did pop out at my in my head here and on this page was "Let the dead bury the dead." And on this page, and so the things that are let the dead bury their dead and come away and proclaim the kingdom of God. Let me bury my father first, Jesus said to him. Let the dead bury the dead. Come away and proclaim the kingdom of God. Yet another said to him, I will be your follower, Lord, but first let me take leave of my people at home. And Jesus answered him, Whoever puts his hand to the plow but keeps looking back is unfit for the rain. So what this is telling me, and let the dead bury the dead, is that um, Spirit is asking you to look forward and to let go of those things of the past that bind you into your situation. In a sense that if we look at the metaphor of the Eucharist, and the Eucharist is bringing within you universal consciousness, aligning yourself to universal consciousness to experience that grace. Let the dead bury their own dead. And just walk away from that stuff. It's easier said than done, of course. I get that. Yes, let go of the past and move forward into the present. It's not just the future. You're letting go of yesterday in order to come into just today and being in today. It's this sense of I am called here to be free. I am called here to be free. Free from these boxes, these spirits that are tying you down. It's about choice. Let go of the past and move towards the free. Yes, release that toxicity. And maybe, as with Maybe it involves having to actually go to have a guide to help you. So this number itself, 1218 10 11 12, and it's very quick. This number has been coming up all night here, Sherry. It's this number 3. And in that number 3 of releasing that creativity within yourself to become who you are, to express yourself with honesty in this world. Life situations are difficult, especially if the foundation of family is unstable. Let's see. What's the 1218, and that reduces, so 1 plus 2. So if you're looking at these numbers, let's say we just look at the numbers individually. 1, which is could be God, or could be a new beginning, begin new. 2, it's balancing. It's male and female. It's the female, feminine energy. It's that intuition. 2, the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine. Intuition. And 8, and that's a manifestation. So in this sense, if we look at 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, and what you are wanting to manifest is you in this world. The improvement of money, that's hard because our world is, so much of things are stacked against us. Because we're existing in this situation, we're existing in a world that when it comes to work is limited. There's the ageism that exists in it. I mean, what if I were to go back to work right now, mom were to pass on, and in this my caregiving were to end, the job that would be available for me is a vacuum cleaner that I haven't worked for someone for a while. Maybe I go back to the casino and they hire me back in the last position. That'd be lucky if they hired me back in as a bartender. That's what they're supposed to do. They would probably hire me back as a dishwasher, which is something I'm an expert at dishwashing. With your health, I think that question is one. I don't know what your issues are, other than like diet and exercise, but those are, gosh, I need to improve my health too. But can we come back to this question on another day, and but that my first initial thing is let go of those past things that are weighing you down, and let go of that. That's probably that's what we have for you. So let's continue this later. I'm gonna try and come back on tomorrow, Sherry. Probably I have some tasks and things I gotta get done tomorrow, and I'm gonna take a trip into town. So maybe like around the on Tuesday I have a live stream on the other channel, and on Thursday on the other channel, and so I may be able to come back tomorrow. But if not, um, if not tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon. All right, let us come back together on another day, Sherry, and we can go explore this question a little bit more. But until then, I need to go. I wanted to thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Mama Sushi. Thank you, Levi's. And thank you, Maria. Thank you, BP. Thank you, Sarah Edit. Thank you, Dominique. And thank you, everyone else who came in and hit the like button, hit the sub button. And I have come back after almost 2 months on this channel. Until the next time, bye bye. And I will be having a deck video release. Probably I just have a few more edits left on it video, and I'm probably gonna drop that video tonight after dinner. Release that out into the world, and then I will be doing another one on that other tarot deck. All right, that's what we got for today. Good night, and thank you very much, everyone, for being back here with me as I come back and start reading again. Bye bye.